Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in a flashlight to take a look at. This one's coming from Brinyte and it's the PL01 Penlight. I have several hundred flashlights total and probably 30 to 40 of those are Penlights. And without a doubt, I use Penlights more than any of the others. I love the slimness of them, and I think for EDC uses, the Penlight is the best way to go. I honestly use this little light here for 99% of my daily tasks. It's only 250 lumens or so, but again, for most people, that's all you're ever going to need. But stick around if you want to learn about this Brinyte. We'll do a quick unboxing. We'll go over all the features and specifications, go over the user interface, give you guys some beam shots, and then kind of see if there's anything unique about this that kind of sets it apart from any of the other Penlights. So first thing I'll say is that the packaging is completely different for Brinyte. I've never seen any black boxes come from them, but not much on the box itself. This light does come from Amazon. So let's get it out here and see what all we got going on. So we got the PL01 here, manual. I don't know if any batteries are included in this or not. Let's see real quick. Lots of threads on there. Yeah, there are some batteries. So this is using two AAA batteries in it, just regular like alkaline type batteries. You're also going to be able to use lithium batteries, like nickel metal hydride, like Inaloops, but you cannot use lithium ion like the 10440s in it. I will quickly show you this little user manual just in case you get this light and lose the manual. You can always come back to this video for reference. So let's take a look at this PL01. Kind of got a unique body design. It's almost like segmented here. Pocket clip, kind of skeletonized a little bit. I know this is made out of some type of aluminum. It's probably like a 60 series aluminum. You can see that is serialized, which is always a nice touch. I think this has an IP68 waterproof rating and a 1.5 meter drop resistance rating. But even the tail switch back here is also aluminum. Really nice clicky feel to that. Grab you guys some dimensions here. We're looking at a total length of 5.13 inches with a body diameter of 0.52, 0.53. And there it is on top of a dollar bill for reference. And next to just like a regular ink pen and a tube of chapstick. We are looking at a weight of 0.7 ounces. Add in our couple of batteries and we are at 1.5 ounces. I'm just still kind of looking over things here, and I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but there's like 100 little grooves in between every one of these segments. It's actually very, very grippy. I'm kind of surprised. I figured it was going to be really smooth, but if you can see that. Before I put the batteries back in, I did want to show you guys the threads. Everything's well greased, got an O-ring down there. So the user interface of this light is going to be super simple. We're going to have a low and a high. That's it. The low is 18 lumens and it's going to run for over 900 minutes. And the high is 165 lumens and that's going to go for about 40 minutes. It does not have a momentary mode, so you do have to fully click it on. And it does have mode memory. I have it on the lower setting right now, which is at 18 lumens. So we're just going to push to click it on. It is a fairly cooler white color temperature to it. And then if you want to go to the higher, the 165 lumens, you just kind of like half press the rear switch here, and that will bump it up. So to go between them, see there's the low, whoops, and that's the high. Low, high, low, high. If you wanted to memorize the output that you want, whether it's low or high, you do have to leave it on there for more than 3 seconds. So let's say I turn it on in low, and then I want it to be high the next time I go to use it, and I shut it off. Well, I didn't leave it on high for 3 seconds. So when I turn it on, I'm going to still be in the low. So to do it the right way, I go up to high, wait 3, 4, 5 seconds or so. Now when I shut it off and I turn it back on, I'll be on high. But I definitely like the fact that this has mode memory, because I've had a lot of other pen lights that come on in low every single time, and I actually prefer to come on in high. Try to give you guys a few examples of this Brinyte in the dark. I'm going to start off with that 18 lumen low first of all. Again, you can see that's plenty enough to even, light up a room, light up a path if you're walking. Let's bump up to the 165 next. There we go. Pretty decent hotspot on it, actually. We'll have to see what this looks like outside in a bit. Here is the low setting, looking at an engine bay. Again, you can see that 18 lumens. That's plenty enough light to see just about anything that you need to do here. We'll go up to the higher setting next though. And finally, there's a row of trees that's about 40 feet in front of me. This is the low here first. Again, you can make those out pretty easily. Kind of go up into the trees. Again, this is not meant to be, a long-range thrower. Let's go up to the high here next. But it's pretty decent output. It's probably not picking it up real well, but there's a tree that's about 80 yards away, and I can see it pretty clearly through these other trees here. Yeah, for such a small little pen light, it's decent throw and it's good spill too. Again, it's meant to be used, as an EDC light, an inspection light. Well, hopefully seeing those nighttime shots was somewhat beneficial for you guys. Also wanted to show you what it looks like in a pocket. I've been carrying it for probably the last week or so, and I've not had any issues like with the light accidentally turning on or anything. Also haven't had any issues with the light coming out of the pocket accidentally. It seems like once it gets to like the lip of the pocket, it holds on there pretty well. It seems like about every flashlight video that I do, people will ask if a light tail stands, and this one will. So yeah, overall, I really like this little PL01. I like the design of it. It's supposed to look like bamboo with the different sections here. I think it's really well made. It's very slim, very lightweight. It has multiple levels of brightness with that high and the low. And it's actually a pretty nice combination of flood and throw. When you go up on that high 165 lumens, there's a lot of throw with this little thing. I like that it uses AAA batteries, which you can literally find just about anywhere, including gas stations and stuff like that. Plus you can use rechargeables. Personally, I will keep lithium batteries in it. You don't have to worry about lithium batteries leaking like you do regular alkalines. So that's what I would recommend using. There is one thing that I kind of dislike about it. If the light has been on for a little while, and you might have noticed when I showed like the nighttime shots, and then also when I was doing like the user interface stuff, when it's been on for a little bit and you hit the button, it actually doesn't change the output. You have to hit it twice. It's kind of weird. It's like if I push it, it doesn't change. And see how it just didn't change right there? But now it will when I hit it the second time. And if I had to guess, they did that just in case like you accidentally hit the button, it doesn't like change your outputs on you. But yeah, like when you do it, see I just hit it, and now when I hit it the second time, it'll go to the high. Now if you change it as soon as you turn it on, it'll immediately go to your other levels. But if it's been on for a while and then you try to change it, you gotta hit it twice. And finally, this is not a dislike, it's more of a wish. I wish that it did have a momentary on. I like being able just to kind of half press a button and not have to fully switch it on. You know, I like to just be able to go like that when I need the light, whereas, you know, this one you obviously do have to click it all the way on. But that would just be a recommendation if they ever make another one in the future, is I know a lot of people like having that momentary on. But overall, I think this is a great option for EDC carry. I think this is good for people who do like HVAC work, maybe a mechanic, a plumber, electrician, you know, anything like that. These are also great for travel. Again, I don't go anywhere without having my Penlights on me. So these are available on Brinyte's website and also Amazon. At the time of me making the video, they're coming in right around 20 bucks. They have them available in black, like a silver or a stainless, a blue color, red, and then like a darker green. However, on Amazon, they only have the black and the silver available. And I know the price says $25, but there is a 20% off coupon bringing them down to around $20, and it would be free Prime shipping, and you'd receive it within a day or two. But I will leave both of those links down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information on the light or pick one up. All right, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.